Good morning on day 22. It's another day and I'm starting off strong with my walk before we walk the dog. Although it is Saturday, so we're getting a little bit of a later start. Hopefully with doing my first workout early in the day, I'm going to have a good head start for everything else that needs to get done today. And today is going to be a busy one. I have a bunch of life admin stuff I need to do, as well as editing last week's video, and probably a few hours of work. It rained here pretty good all night, so now we have an amazing break in the weather for our walk, because then it's supposed to rain and thunder most of the day. I'm having another well-done pizza for lunch today. I wish I had the time to make a side salad. I know it just takes a few minutes, but it's not only the time of making it, but the time of eating it. And right now, in this moment, I really don't have the time and I need to eat something. Here I go again. Another day that I'm doing 2 walks. I have not been feeling the best the last few days, and walking just feels like the least impact workout. For dinner today, I was really craving some comfort food. So I have this frozen French bread pizza. I did add some onions, just so I feel a little better about my choices. And for dessert, I got myself an Uncrustable. I've actually never tried these. This morning for breakfast, I'm having another one of the Uncrustables. I toasted this one. I'm gonna let it cool down as I don't want the lava hot jelly in my mouth right now. And for once, I'm going to sit and enjoy my breakfast while I do some planning and work on this week's planning video. For lunch today, I'm having a little more comfort food. I made a toaster oven grilled cheese, which is just 2 pieces of bread toasted with some cheese that is melted in the microwave. I have a generous serving of ketchup there. I'm not sure if I'll use it all, but that's what I'm in the mood for today. Putting some time in at the gym. What a busy day today. I'm just finishing up my 45-minute walk. I did not have to walk the dog today. And for my earlier workout, I went to the gym and did 45 minutes or probably a little more on the bicycle. I had to run to the bathroom in the middle of that, so not everything is accounted for in the photo I took. Good afternoon on day 24. Today is finally a day when I am not feeling completely behind. I have finished both of my workouts and now I'm catching the last few minutes of daylight to do my reading. After this, my focus is just going to be on finishing my water and taking my daily progress picture. Here is dinner. I have to say I really liked the Uncrustables, although to be more precise, maybe I am craving some peanut butter and jelly, because if I were to make the sandwiches, I would certainly be using a better quality bread and less jelly. Not because it's healthier, just because I enjoy it that way. But I am craving something sweet, and hopefully this will hit the spot. Good morning on day 25. Today is a big day. I am 1/3 of the way through 75 hard. I can't believe I'm this far in. I am done with my morning walk and I'm now waiting for my mom to pull in with the dog. Hey guys, since it's day 25, which means I am 1/3 of the way through 75 hard, I wanted to give you a little bit of a summary of things so far. First, as you know, I'm seeing the numbers on the scale change. My weight is not going down drastically, which is exactly what I want, but there's definitely a downward trend considering that I am working out a lot and keeping track of what I eat. I haven't done the math, so I'll put on the screen how much I've lost to date. Second, I just did updated photos for you guys. Obviously, I'm taking a photo every day as part of 75 hard, but those are usually rushed, blurry, in my underwear, nothing I want to publish here. So for precision's sake, I put on the same outfit and did my best to have the same poses. So if there is a difference, we can see it. I personally have not compared the 2 photos yet. I'll see if there are any changes when I edit this video. But here is day 1 and day 25. This is also where I'd like to point out that the numbers on the scale may change day to day. They may go up or down depending on many factors, and that number does not necessarily reflect weight loss or weight gain in the traditional sense. One day you may be retaining more water, maybe it's that time of the month, maybe you haven't been to the bathroom that day. So for me, I try not to weigh myself too often. Right now, because of the challenge, I am weighing myself once a week, and that's more often than I normally would. Also, the way your body looks changes from day to day for the same reasons I mentioned before. One day you may be a little bloated and you look different. So it's important to keep that in mind and not take these too serious. I prepared a few questions for myself that I want to answer now in 25 more days and at the end of the challenge. 1. What surprised me in the first 25 days? Was there anything that caught me off guard? And the answer to this is yes. I would have never believed the effect that drinking a large amount of water would have on my appetite, because every day I'm forcing myself to drink so much more water than I'm used to. I very rarely feel hungry, and because of the feeling of fullness, I cannot eat as much as I normally would. 2, I want to address my low for the first 25 days. So my biggest difficulty, and this will not come as a shock to any of you, that is absolutely going from barely drinking 2 cups of water a day to now drinking 11 and a half. It is a constant struggle, and it has only marginally gotten better since day 1. 3, let's counteract that with something positive. So what is the high? And for me, I think that was seeing the results of all the workouts and movements that I was doing before starting 75 hard, and even earlier than that, when I set my goal to lose some weight this year. It wasn't just so I would be thinner. It was because I was feeling sluggish. I didn't have energy. I struggled going upstairs, bending down to tie my shoes. I just did not have the physical vitality that I wanted. But even only after a few weeks of constant movement, I absolutely see an improvement. I'm stronger, I'm faster, I don't get tired as easily. Things are just not as difficult in everyday life. And lastly, I wanted to offer one tip from my experience of the first 25 days of 75 hard. If you've been with me since the beginning, you may know that I attempted 75 hard starting April 1st, but on day 4 of that, I failed because I forgot to do my daily reading. The next day, I started all over again with day 1, and here we are. So my tip here would be that because you have so much going on, so many points to hit, so many tasks to complete, and all of them may be new to you, it may make sense to have some kind of tracker for all those. And beyond just having a tracker, maybe set some alarms, some reminders to make sure that you don't miss anything. It would be a big bummer if you were going along, doing all the difficult things, and some small little thing you forgot tripped you up. It would be one thing if something major happened, or if you felt like, I just can't do this anymore. But forgetting one little silly thing and having to start all over again, I'm just lucky it happened on day 4. I learned my lesson early, and now I absolutely have reminders set on my phone and alarms going off to make sure that everything gets done during the day. It might sound a little extra, but it's giving me peace of mind. All right, guys, let me get back to my day because it's a busy one around here, and I'll let you get back to the video. Here is dinner. It's some toast with Laughing Cow cheese and pickled mushrooms. I am a sucker for anything in vinegar. This was not my original plan. I wanted to eat the other half of the quesadilla I made yesterday. I only ate half of what you saw on the plate, but unfortunately I stuck that in the oven and forgot about it and burned it completely. And I'm not above eating something extra crispy, but this was completely burned. So plan B, a quick sandwich on a busy day. Good afternoon on day 26. This morning I did an indoor workout. So this afternoon we just walked the dog, and now I'm here by myself in the park doing my 30 minutes. Today my snacks consisted of 2 of these. I keep craving something sweet, so here is dinner. I have some mini protein pancakes, a tablespoon of real maple syrup, and a 1/4 cup of cherries from a jar. Good evening on day 28. It is just me and the dog out here doing our evening walk. My mom is not here walking with us today, so we're going at a pretty decent pace. Because of that, I'm gonna count this as my workout and his workout all combined. This is what I'm having for dinner. I'm not that hungry. It is just a piece of fresh bread with a half of a spreadable cheese. And the reason I'm not that hungry is because I snacked on some of these. I had one serving of each. Good morning on day 28. I already did my half an hour walk. Sadly, I forgot to press start on my tracker, so you'll just have to take my word for it. Now I'm waiting for my mom to pull into the parking lot with the dog so we can walk him. The last few mornings have been a little rough as I've decided to wake up half an hour early each day because all throughout the day I'm feeling rushed and out of time. And I just needed those extra few minutes in the morning to sit there with my coffee before I get my day started. I don't know if that was a good idea because I had my schedule pretty much on point. So now instead of waking up naturally at the end of my sleep cycle around 7, I'm waking up during my dream phase at 6:30. I don't know, I'll have to think about if this is a good idea or not. Okay, breakfast today is going to be a little different. I dug out the very last bit of my peanut butter. And while I was cleaning out some pantries, I found some jelly. This is red currant jelly, but I tried it already and it's super sweet and really has no taste of red currant whatsoever, which is generally a tart fruit. So the sandwiches don't really need much. All right, here is lunch. I have a grilled cheese sandwich with tomato and onion. And I have some ketchup and salsa ranch dressing on the side for dipping. I definitely won't use all the dipping sauce that I poured out, but it flowed faster than I expected. I also have about 2 cups of grapes over there that I will be snacking on from now until dinner as I work. I just finished work for the day. Sadly, it is now after 9 p.m. and I still have a whole workout to do. Usually in these situations, what I would do is go for a walk because that is my favorite form of exercise. But today I want to do something different. I'll do a yoga session for 45 minutes. I still have 3 cups of water left to drink, and that may not sound like much, but trust me, it is for me. And I have to read my book. I guess it's going to be another night that I don't get into bed until 11. Let's not forget, guys, that this is cat yoga. I don't really feel like having dinner, so I will have one of these bars here that I recently purchased to try. Okay, that bar was absolutely terrible. The super intense minty flavor made me feel like I was eating a tube of toothpaste, and the weird texture did not help. I've had one of those puff bars before, but in a different flavor, and I don't remember it being that bad.